All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long break here. We're in the dead of winter here in Minnesota, into January. Oh, it's bright out here. Today is, I don't know, I think right now it's about 10 below. So you can see we are trudging through the snow here. Out here is the frozen lake. So not a lot going on. Haven't made videos in quite a while because I don't really work on much this time of year. But we're going to show you a barn find snowmobile that you just saw earlier there. This has been in the family since new, from what I understand. Not that, not this, not that. Right here, we've got a 1973 John Deere 300 snowmobile. Last tagged in 1989. So this was my grandpa's. He passed away in the mid-90s. And then I think before that, it actually was passed to my uncle. Once my grandpa was past his snowmobile riding years, I believe it went to my uncle, who also passed away in the mid-90s. And it's been right here in this pole barn on the family farm, which was purchased by my dad in 99, since before 99. So I'm guessing it probably was running yet in the early-ish 90s. But for sure it's been here that I know of, not running since 99. But like I said, probably before that for quite a few years. So it's a John Deere 300, 1973. According to the tag here, you can't really see it, but it says June of 73 on here. But I guess that's the type 30,000, 300, I guess, how those VINs break down. But we're going to make this a project here. This is my grandpa's and then my uncle's. And I kind of want to get it running for my dad to kind of putt around on, or maybe my kids or the nieces and nephews, whoever wants to drive this thing. But yeah, kind of neat. Probably gonna take quite a bit of work. You had to turn that light on, Henry. Can you shine it in here? The fuel tank, it's kind of the mid-engine style, which they went away from. It's kind of an older design. The fuel tank is way in the front here. Most snowmobiles were the other way around, had the engines here, fuel tank back here. But yeah, we're gonna take this home here in the next few weeks and really tear into it. I see it has a broken, shine down lower, there, broken exhaust manifold. There's no manifold on there at all. So we're gonna have to find some parts for this thing. Seat's completely gone. Missing spark plugs, unfortunately. So we're probably gonna need to tear into the engine and clean that up really well. Walbro carburetor, I believe these are kind of a pain. Choke light switch. It's cool. And it's got run and it's got a start switch here. I don't know if there was probably an electric start option for these. I don't think this one has it. Looks like kind of a base model. There's no speedometer or anything on this, but I believe this had a Kohler engine. And then, excuse my mouth and lips are cold. It's hard to talk. But yeah, we're going to go through this thing and try to get it running and driving and not do a full restoration on it by any means. But we'll try to clean it up really well and go through it and just make it a runner. And I think it'd be kind of neat since it's been in the family that whole time. So stay tuned and we'll go through this thing and hopefully get it running. Also, keep watching here. At the end of this video, I'm going to add on my next phase for my C50 project. So we'll go to that here in just a second. All right, we're back here in the garage now, the disaster of a garage. You can see what we've got going back home now. We got a 77 Jag 3000 that we're kind of getting running. This was also on the farm sitting next to that John Deere for many years. So we brought this home and we've been working on it. And we've actually got it running. I tried to kind of go through the carb, but it was not running really good. So we're just going to replace the carburetor on it. We got to clean out the fuel tank. It's all rusty inside. We're going to try to redo that. And then this will be a pretty good runner, I think. So kind of a neat machine. But here is what I alluded to earlier in the video. This is going to be the next phase for my C50. So, you know, the first phase of the project, I guess, was getting it put on the frame and making it drivable. Then last year, if you've watched my other videos, we pulled that original 327 out and put the 5.3 LS in it. And so now, a much needed upgrade. This is a NV 3500 5-speed manual, you know, overdrive. And this thing is gonna be sweet. It'll really drop the RPMs down, give me a lot better gear ratios. This transmission has 36,000 original miles on it, which is cool. The guy that sold it to me had gotten the truck from his father-in-law, and it was a 2-wheel drive, which in Minnesota they don't get driven a whole lot. He didn't drive it in the winter at all. Really older gentleman. And he inherited that from his father-in-law, didn't want the manual, pulled it out and put an automatic in it. I saw the truck there rust-free, so I know the mileage is correct because that thing would have been rusted and destroyed for a 92 or 94. I think it was maybe a 94 Chevy. So 36,000 miles on this, pretty awesome. Came with the cross member, came with the flywheel and the clutch. It's really dark, it's hard to see. Came with all that stuff, came with the shifter. Came with all this stuff, all the boots and the rings, came with the slave cylinder, came with actually the master cylinder and the pedal. I don't know what I'm going to use on all this. Hopefully this. I'm hoping this will work with my frame and cross member and it doesn't interfere. Otherwise, I might have to switch over from the external type slave to the internal throw-out bearing slave cylinder. But yeah, that is something I'm really excited about. I'm just not excited about actually putting it in because here we are in the middle of winter. It's very cold out. There's no way to get the truck in the garage at this point. I've got the battery pulled out of it and I've got the coolant pulled out of it. So this might have to wait till spring or early summer before I tackle this. Worst case scenario, maybe not until the fall. But really excited about this, so stay tuned on more of this coming up, but hopefully we'll bring you in the next few weeks and months to fill in. Until I get to that, we'll do that John Deere Snowmobile. So stay tuned for that. All right.